All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this new episode of the Reality Kenya. My name is Simi Kenya. Of course, we are live as usual from the Learned Corner, and our guest is the Deputy Party Leader, Safina Party, Honorable Wakili Willis Otieno, Piki Ponki. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm very good.
How was the weekend?
The weekend was good. Park, I was in Siaya.
Yeah, so you're at home?
Yes, and today Park has just come from Makadara Lokot. Some of our young boys who had been arrested during Mandamano.
Yeah.
I was defending them, and we've managed to secure their release.
Wow.
And the charges have been dropped. So at least for the Kibera group, the Lazare group, I believe I've concluded the assignment.
Wow,
and
they're now
boys
free.
will have their Christmas at home.
Yeah.
And it is important that even as they're going to have their Christmas, we note that it's going to be a hard Christmas for many Kenyans due to the economic failures of Kenya Kwanza.
Yeah.
To the extent that we are going to see an increase in the cost of fuel. We have seen KPLC is going to increase also the tariffs.
Yes.
Even though they are communicating that they're going to reduce. They've been asked by the president to reduce the cost of power.
Yeah.
But it's keep going up. A unit today, if you buy electricity worth units, tokens worth 700, you'll only get 18 units.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of a country is that? And you can imagine at an industrial scale how much the cost of power is and its impact on the cost of production. Because ultimately, when you see the cost of power, the cost of fuel going up, they all impact on the cost of production. And that cost of production, when it goes up, it is transferred to the ultimate consumer. It reflects on the pricing index that manufacturers are going to factor in the cost of a particular product. And you know, cumulatively, what this is doing is that it's making the cost of doing business very expensive in this country. And we are losing our competitive edge as a country, so that the products which are coming from Kenya compared to products that are being produced in Ethiopia or Tanzania,
our neighboring countries,
they have a lower cost of production, and then they are able to access international market. And you know, one thing that we are struggling with now is the access to the dollar. Our forex is going down, and for you to recover, we need to factor in, become competitive. How much of our produce are we able to sell in the international market to boost our revenue, our forex reserves? But that is not happening today. One thing also that I need to point out to you that when you see we are losing our competitive edge and we are producing less and we are exporting less, and the dollar keeps, our shilling keeps weakening and the dollar keeps rising, the cost of the dollar, it's having a significant impact on businesses. In the sense that when the business are developing their balance sheets early in the year, especially these big companies, they had factored in, because they do their pricing, those who do exports, on the dollar. So maybe you had factored in that at that time the dollar was, early in the year, was exchanging at 130. And you had factored in, give or take, fluctuations, 140. So you've done your pricing for the whole year based on that rate of at a higher rate of 140. Now, you are now dealing with a dollar rate that is at 157, comfortably. Now, it means it has shot beyond your projection by 17 units. And you're done your pricing for the year, you're done your business plan for the year based on 140. Now, you are dealing with an extra, at the high end, you are dealing with an extra 17 units. Now, which business is going to absorb that? And that is why you've noticed from Monday, many businesses are issuing what are called profit warnings. Profit warnings to their shareholders. They're not going to make, they're going to make losses, or the profits they're going to make are far much reduced compared to the profits that they had made last year. Now, this is a big challenge in our country. If we are not able to competitively produce, our business are going to be issuing profit warnings and their production is going to go down. The impact of it is that we're going to see layoffs. And the Federation of Kenya Employers has already communicated that this is actually coming. They've lost 70,000 jobs at an estimate. and more jobs will be lost. So that to me speaks to a very bleak future.
Yeah.
Because once you lose those jobs, there is no
Instead
point
of
recovery. Creating more jobs, you're now losing jobs.
Yeah.
These are direct jobs. Now you can imagine the direct jobs which are lost as a consequences of these indirect job losses. The other thing that I must mention on the economic front is that looking at the proposal by cabinet to privatize some of the prized parastatals like Kenya Pipeline, New KCC, KICC. They think that by selling these assets, they are going to attract enough revenue. Even if you sold all those assets that they have listed for selling, it will not deal with our problem. Our problem is a debt problem. A debt problem, a debt that has now hit 10 trillion plus Kenya shillings. We owe 10 trillion plus. Even if you sold all those assets, you will not even make 1 trillion. So where is your help going to come from? You still have 9 trillion in debt. So you're kicking the can.
Yes.
And unfortunately, some of those assets that they have lined up for sale, something like New KCC. New KCC, the people of Kenya have come a long way with that company. And it, from the doldrums that Moi left it through Kibaki years, and that company is now profitable. It is actually turning a profit. Why is it being listed for sale? So there is a real risk that somebody may actually be selling our assets for a song, for privateers to acquire them. But then, what are the asset base beyond the company? When you list a company for sale, what's the land value for that asset that you're selling? Like KICC, what is going to be the value, the actual value of KICC? It sits on a prime location within the CBD, and beyond just the building, look at the landmass that surrounds KICC. How much will be the value of that? So we may actually see some of these assets being sold, and you are seeing they're selling them at a song. But then the private individuals who are acquiring them, again, I'm sure at some point you'll find that the same characters who are making this decision, buying these assets, using our money that they've looted from the public coffers. And they now acquire the land that is owned by this company at a very throwaway price. So the people of Kenya consistently are the ones on the losing end. So that privatization of our national assets is something that we as a people of Kenya, we must tell Kenya Kwanza that it is not responding to the needs. It is not driven by a desire to solve our economic problems. It is driven by a desire to acquire at a song what are some of our prized assets as a country. And it will not address the economic problem
what they are trying to solve.
What they are trying to solve. For us to solve the economic problem, I've said it and I will keep saying it, and this to me is my landmark. This is my stand. We must address the debt problem. Open up those debt books, determine which debt is legitimate, which debt is odious, how much have we paid in our debts in the last 10 years, how much do we genuinely owe, and if there be any debt that was taken without our parliamentary approval, debt taken that does not apply to any project, debt that we've overpaid for, that debt should not be on the table. And we must refuse and say we are not paying for that debt. And then you leave the debt burden off the back of Kenyans. And you are able to get a relief. You are able to now start thinking, reducing, coming up with economic measures that spurs growth, that stimulates our economy, that we start seeing consumption going up. And we are seeing the flow of money getting back into our economy and people able to earn. But Kenya Kwanza is not interested in having a honest conversation on the debt question in this country. They are more interested in those what I call
Mickey Mouse
games. You tried this today, you try that.
And showbiz.
And you saw when they say that they had prayed for rains to come. Then I saw them again the other day saying that the rains came and God answered their prayers. God, when He sends rains, He does not send floods.
True.
Floods are not a sign of blessings from God. No. God only sent floods when He wanted to destroy. Right? Because with floods, it's loss of lives. We've lost now 76 Kenyans. We've lost property worth hundreds of millions of shillings. farms have been swept away. So the next thing that comes normally after floods is drought.
Yeah.
Because there will be no food, famine. There will be no food.
Yeah.
Because the floods washed away the farms, people will not be able to afford to access their crop, because the crops are washed away.
Swept away.
It was swept away by the flood. So it's not something to celebrate that we've had floods now, that God has answered our prayers.
It's a punishment.
It's a punishment.
Yes.
Take it as that.
Yeah.
And even when God wanted to punish his people during the days of Noah, and he told Noah to build an ark.
Yes. Safina.
That ark is called Safina.
Yes.
So even now,
yes.
you know, the signs are there from the Lord for us to see.
Yeah.
We just don't want to see it. You know, the Bible says, my people suffer for lack of knowledge.
Yes.
My people perish
from lack
of knowledge.
Yes.
So the knowledge is right there.
Yeah.
God has punished Kenya
Kwanza.
and has rejected Kenya Kwanza.
Yeah.
And when he sends floods into this country, the people of Kenya just need to enter the ark. And that ark is Safina. Come into Safina, where we have an economic conversation.
Yes.
We have economic policies and programs and plans that will transform this country. Yeah. Our people are drowning, and we need to now move away from these failed economic experiences of the politicians. We now need new players, and those new players are found in Safina. Yeah. Those who have workable economic solutions that, when implemented, you will see this country transform and change in a way that you not believe.
Wow.
Yes.
Talk to Team Piki Piki
Team
Ponki.
Piki Piki Ponki. Yes. We are keeping strong. We are doing well. I love the vigor with which you deal with those who come to the world to spew certain things that don't belong to an enlightened world, like the Team Piki Pinky world. My team that responds to them and put them in their place on TikTok, on Facebook, on Twitter. You're doing a very good job as Team Piki Piki Ponki. This is a space where we only discuss serious issues. We discuss and we debate based on the truth, based on facts, based on the law. So anybody who comes to our space to talk bigotism, to try to speak gibberish, I love how the team energy deals with them. And I urge my team members, Team Piki Piki Ponki, keep them honest and tell them the truth. We don't entertain nonsense on our walls. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Naibu.
Thank you.
Have a blessed day and a blessed week.
Thank you.
May God bless you. Each and every person who has been watching Team Piki Piki Ponki, for always joining the conversation, sharing with your friends, watching on all the platforms. May God bless you. Until next time, bye-bye.